the number of professional golfers from North Dakota is small, hardly enough to make up a list, but that hasn't stopped Fargo resident Amy Olson from chasing her dream of winning on the LPGA Tour. However, at the 2020 US Women's Open, Amy found herself playing for a different reason in the most difficult tournament of her life.
I always saw myself as the underdog. I'm just a kid from small town North Dakota. I had very low expectations, but I worked really hard and I knew what was possible.
She won the state amateur when she was 13, 14, and 15, and she didn't play it when she was 60 because she thought it wouldn't be fair. And then she went and won the national junior when she was 17.
We are into this U.S. Women's Open.
Amy, now 28 years old.
Player with enormous potential. Strong, tall, technically very sound.
And all of a sudden I get a text from somebody and they say, "Whoa, great shot, Amy."
Amy Olson at this short par 3 today. Oh! What a way to get to 1 under.
I started running around the building showing it to everybody that was there. That shot got her up near the top of the leaderboard, and then she kind of stayed there.
Amy Olson had a dreamlike first round of the U.S. Women's Open.
Where is Grant now? Is he doing football? What's going on with family?
He's taking the time to do a little bit of hunting, which he hasn't gotten to do all the time in the fall. He'll be out next week.
Hands it off, straight ahead. Chung is wrestled down by Grant Olson for a loss of the 25.
First time I told my parents about it, like, "Whoa, who is it? You got a girlfriend, who is it?" And I said, "Well, it's Amy Anderson." And my dad goes, "Like the golfer?" I said, "Not like the golfer, the golfer." Like, "Yeah, that's her." And he's like, "Whoa, good for you." So
I remember sitting down with his parents. They were just so kind, so genuine. It was just a really natural kind of from the get-go, and I felt really at home right away.
Welcome to day 2 of the U.S. Women's Open.
Amy Olson trying to get her name on this trophy.
She felt like she would have won early in her career when she came out onto the tour, but it hasn't happened.
I was in the top 10 at the end of that day. Called Grant, and he was actually hunting with his dad.
So I booked a flight for Saturday morning, first thing. Got up and flew down.
She walked off the green on Saturday night, and I was like, man, this is going to be exciting tomorrow to see how this goes. I mean, the U.S. Open, you have a chance to win it.
We're leaving the golf course, and I'm kind of a high of, I'm tied for second. And when I walk into the lobby, I can tell something's wrong immediately. Grant mentioned he'd gotten a call from his mom that his dad had had a heart attack.
My mom called me back and just said that he didn't make it.
That was the most difficult day I've ever experienced.
We have a heartbreaking story to tell you. Unfortunately, Amy, when she left the golf course on Saturday evening after her third round, discovered that her father-in-law, Lee Olson, had died suddenly and unexpectedly. No doubt she will be playing with a heavy heart today as she tries to win for the first time here at the US Women's Open.
I know my dad wanted her to play.
This is just going to be very interesting to see how Amy is able to keep it together.
I could hear people talking about that being like the perfect Cinderella story and that it was meant to be, that I would win. Grant's brother actually texted me the morning before I was going to tee off. He just said, go out there and do your thing. My dad would be proud of you no matter what happens. And that really meant a lot to me. And it really took the pressure off because I didn't feel like I had to win for him. I just had to play for him. I had Josh Groban's song, You Raise Me Up, in my head, and particularly the part where it says, you raise me up to walk on stormy waters. Thank you. So that was kind of what was going through my head today. I really felt like I was walking on stormy waters at that point.
Chance is slipping away. She's going to have to come up with some magic.
One final swing of the club to officially decide this championship. 2 back. This needs to drop to tie. But not quite enough at 18.
He was rooting like crazy, you know, and Saturday afternoon he was watching the golf and, you know, loved Amy tremendously, and I know would have been extremely proud. She's my best friend. It meant a lot to me that they both cared about each other so much.
It was a sweet release in a way, that she had carried herself with a tremendous amount of poise and grace and strength, and she could exhale now.
2020 was just a really hard year. I just heard from a lot of people that seeing me push through difficulty and relying on my faith gave them encouragement to do the same. And that just means a lot.